women's 400 free. And Emily Overholt, the Olympian in lane 4. You see her there, Emily O'Croinin on the way up the rankings in lane 5, just over her right shoulder. Should be a good one.
Well, and the Canadian record is held by Brittany McLean, who's been doing the streaming commentary in the morning preliminaries. One of the great distance swimmers that Canada has produced.
One of several records she holds.
And the first person to be introduced in lane number 9, Stephanie Hussey. Her brother is also in the finals here. National swimmer. She swam in the 2016 trials. Ella Jansen, a young 15 years of age from the Etobicoke Club, is in lane number 8. Kenneth Smallagang, 17 years of age, who says the 400 is a little short for her. She loves the open water, 5 and 10K. Katrina Bellio, also from the Etobicoke Swim Club, only 16 years of age. All 3 of her older sisters swam. She said, I used to go to the pool as a baby in my crib. I've been in pools all my life. There's Emma O'Cronin, lane number 5, 18 years of age. 6 foot tall, World Juniors was second in this event, the 400 free in 2019. Emily Overholt won the Pan Am Games in this pool in 2015 in this event, 23 years of age. Alyson Ackman retired after 2016 when she missed the team, came back in 2019, went to the Pan Ams, won some medals, and here she is at 28. Merritt Anderson, 21 years of age from Calgary, attends the University of Calgary. And we've seen this woman already. Now this is her second event. Mary Sophie Harvey, 21 years of age, originally out of Trois-Rivières. Now trains in Montreal, trained in Turkey for a while, but she's back in Montreal with her coach Claude St. Jean. Alison McCoy from Calgary, good athletic genes. Her dad was an Olympic runner. She'll have lane number 0, 22 years of age, trains at the University of Calgary with Mike Blondell. 100% turnover in this field from 2016. Not one of these women was in the race in the finals in 2016 at the Olympic trials. There's lane number 4. You got Emily Overholt, 5th at the Olympic Games in the 400-meter individual medley. And next to her, Emma O'Cronin will have lane number 5. There's Emma right there, the Edmonton Keano Swim Club out of Edmonton. That's the site of the night I was talking earlier about games being so important. That was the site of the Commonwealth Games and the World Student Games back in '78. And a little bit later for the World Student Games. And they've got a powerful club there, the Edmonton Keanos.
Take your marks.
Women's 400 free is in the water. 10 swimmers, 8 lengths of the pool. And Katerina Bellio is in 6. Emma O'Croinin in 5. Emily Overholt is in 4. The Rio Olympian and the Pan Am champion, as you mentioned, Byron, in this pool is certainly a comfort level for most of the swimmers in this pool.
Well, and I should mention that story about Emily Overholt. Again, it's lane 4 from the bottom. And Emily was disqualified in her best event, the 400-meter individual medley, at the Pan Am Games for an illegal touch, which was pretty questionable at the time. And devastated, of course, and then came back literally the next day in a race she wasn't favored to win in lane number 1 and upset the entire field and won the gold medal. So it was a really heroic performance by Emily Overholt. And at the Olympic Games, when she finished 5th, she actually had an injured leg and was still able to overcome that. So it looks like we've had real separation here from lane 0, 1, and 2 at the bottom, and then everybody else is still in the race.
Aly Ackman with a slight lead at the turn of 100 meters.
And Overholt in a good position at second. This is an 8-lap race, so the person that's leading at the first quarter mark, the first 2 laps, isn't necessarily the one that's always going to win. You've got to pace your move properly. You've got to know when to make your move on the rest of the field. Ackman trying to get that extra excitement about being in front, and then she'll just simply try to hang on in the last 100 meters.
So Ackman will touch first again here, it looks like, as she tries to keep this pace up. And over her right shoulder is Emily Overholt. Looks like she's in 2nd place, followed by Emma O'Croinin.
So now the swimmers have got to start to jockey for position. This is a good swim for Overholt. She's in a position that she needs to be in right now, right on Ackman's shoulder, trying to stay very, very confident what she needs to do. I would also argue that Katerina Bellio looks like she's making a nice move in 6. That's 4 from the top. 4-woman race at this point.
Ackman, Overholt, and O'Croinin are pretty close to each other, and then Bellio is still there in 4th place.
I should mention very briefly that a young 14-year-old named Summer McIntosh posted a world-class time in this event 3 weeks ago. That will count towards her selection if two people in this race do not make the qualifying time. So we'll take a look at that when they come to the end. It's 4:07.9. So if two women don't make that, the selection committee is allowed to pick that young 14-year-old. I think she's not in this race, Rob, because it's a bit of load management by her coach, and she's got other races after this. So it'll be interesting to see if these swimmers can get to that time or not.
Indeed, she's got a busy week ahead. It is still Aly Ackman, who is back from retirement in the lead as she gets close to touching for 600 meters of this, or at least 300 meters for this 400-meter race. And Ackman just slightly ahead of O'Croinin, who's now pushing in lane number 5. And it is Overholt in between them, but it is still Aly Ackman, who has a personal best of 4:11.08.
She's going to be way under that. She looks excellent at this point, all right? Overholt's got to reach a bit deeper now. They've kind of left her in the dust there going into the 300. Overholt back in 3rd spot. She's going to have to come up with an awfully big effort coming now. O'Croinin made a great move on the 3rd 100, but now all of a sudden she's starting to labor. This is very interesting to see where they're at. Ackman may be able to steal this from gun to gun, wire to wire.
Less than 50 meters to go. Aly Ackman, who's back from retirement, is pushing hard here, trying to get a spot, trying to get nominated for the Olympic team. And let's see what her time is at 3:55 now. The A standard is 4:07.90. Aly Ackman is still leading. Overholt is battling for 2nd place along with O'Croinin, and then pushing up is Bellio. And here they come to the wall. It is Ackman who's going to take it in 4:10.92. And then Overholt was 2nd in 4:11.91, followed by O'Croinin, the world junior silver medalist, in 4:12.10.
So that's a look of question, and what I mean by that is that's a great time. It's a best time, but I think she thought she was going faster because she was winning. These other women in the field have been 4:07, in the 4:08 range, and they were 2 or 3 seconds off their best times. So Aly was kind of a false sense of security, thinking, I'm beating the others, I must be going the standard at 4:07, and unfortunately, everybody was a little bit off. So you've got a disappointment, I think, by and large, by almost everybody in that race. They're a little bit off their best times. Alyson rises to the challenge. I love the fact she came out of retirement and tried to give it a go, and just fell a little bit short of that standard by a few seconds. Overholt and O'Croinin, that'll certainly be disappointing for both those women. They have been much faster than that in the past.
So Aly Ackman, coming back out of retirement, wins the Olympic trials in 4:10.92, but it's 3 seconds or so, 3.5 seconds, or 3 seconds off of the Olympic A standard. It's also behind the time that 14-year-old Summer McIntosh ran earlier this year, but it is a big win for Aly Ackman at the Olympic trials.
Right to the wall, trying to pick it up, trying to do everything right, and she actually set the tone for the others, and the others didn't respond. If they would have responded and gone out quicker with her, perhaps they might have been able to get down to that standard, because I know Emma O'Cronin's got a great career ahead of her, the 18-year-old out of Edmonton, and she will be able to be here in the future, I'm sure. But right now, it's all Aly Ackman.
So a personal best time for Aly Ackman at 4:10.92. And now Devin Haru is standing by with the winner.
All right, Rob, Aly out of retirement and into a personal best. How does this moment feel?
I mean, it's my first national title. It feels really amazing, and to finish strong, I really gave it my all in that race, and I still have 4 more events the rest of the week, so I'm just getting pumped for those right now.
How did you prepare for this? It's been such a roller coaster, so many stops and starts. How have you been able to navigate it?
I mean, like you said, it's just a roller coaster of emotions, so just I think having the support team that I've had all year has been absolutely amazing. From my coaches, my husband, my family. I just have so many people behind me right now, which feels amazing.
You know, we have been seeing the families on the big screen here today,
oh, really?
and it's sounding like we may now have your family coming in here. I'm hearing from our producer that we might be able to bring them up, maybe not. But, you know, Aly, so much support. Here they are. We were able to get them. Who are we looking at right now?
That's my mom and my dad. I'm in Pembroke, Ontario right now. They had to stream everyone. So yeah, they've been my biggest supporters my entire 20 years of swimming now. So.
Tell me about that. It does take a village, doesn't it?
Oh
and
my
there's
gosh.
so many hours, so many sacrifices in a pandemic to keep up with this.
Yeah.
How have you been able to do it? Probably because of support like your
Oh
from
yeah,
your parents.
my parents have been absolutely amazing. My mom jokes that she's passed the torch of my favorite fan onto my husband, but this year's been tough because we've had to live apart for this year with the pandemic and everything. But just having everyone on my side has just been an absolutely amazing experience.
And tell me, Aly, you've been around this for a while now, about this situation. No fans, your family would normally be at a trials. How did you prepare for that? How different is this mentally to approach?
I did some visualization just to make sure I was ready, but to be honest, it doesn't feel that different because once you dive in, you're just you in your lane. You know, there's not that much difference. And I think they did an amazing job with the entrance, with the music, with the cheers that they have on speakers. I think it's been absolutely amazing, actually. I think they did a great job.
As John Atkinson said earlier, he said just stay between stay in the middle and swim. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But talk about and tell me about coming out of retirement, making that decision, and then putting forward this performance.
It's a really long story, but coming in short, I stopped swimming after 2016 for mental health issues, and then I started coaching, and I fell in love with the sport again, and I really got that drive. So thanks to the Germantown Academy coach in the high school down near Philadelphia, they were able to help me, bring that spark into a flame and get that training behind me and just really build that aggressiveness that I need.
I want to go to your mom and dad. Mom and dad, I think you can hear us. Maybe nod to me if you can hear us. Yeah, you can hear us. You hear Aly talk about her journey and how much you've meant to her. What does being able to watch this performance mean to the both of you?
Kind of the end of a lifelong dream, and working and working and working, and finally seeing the fruits of the labor type thing.
And how about you, Mom?
Smile on her face and loving swimming again.
Well, I can always see
Outstanding stuff, Aly. A moment, obviously, you would have loved to have shared in the stands with your family,
Yeah.
but this has been our reality for the last 14 months. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
your performance today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Rob, Byron, back to you guys.